Under the Specialist challenges, there's a category called Specialist Killjoys. Most of these are relatively straightforward, with only one or two that may cause you some trouble, and one such challenge is called Short Circuit. Interrupt an enemy's specialist ability by using EMP grenades 10 times. So while I was doing research for this challenge, I happened to stumble upon another YouTuber who covered this challenge briefly. He has over 500,000 subscribers. But in his video, not only did he speak incorrectly about the challenge by stating that you could EMP specialist weapons, but he also said that this challenge just happens, and there's no real tactics to achieve it. And that's where I feel I distance myself from other YouTubers. While it's true I don't put out videos as fast as some of these other guys, I strive to ensure that all scenarios have been covered. If there's a way to get a challenge done easier, rest assured I'm gonna find it. And that's the case here. First of all, if you read the description carefully, it clearly states that you have to interrupt an enemy's specialist ability, not a specialist weapon. As you can see here, throwing an EMP grenade at a person who has already activated a specialist weapon does absolutely nothing. Despite being EMP'd, you're still able to shoot your weapon. It's the abilities we want. If you played Black Ops 2, you'll recall that the EMP grenades were extremely powerful in that game. They decimated almost every score streak, their blast radius was extremely large, the effect of the EMP lasted quite a while, and they racked you up a lot of points. In Black Ops 3, however, they're a shell of their former self. Enemy players hit by an EMP grenade do suffer a loss of their HUD briefly, and they can't activate streaks or equipment. But the overall effect is fairly minor, lasting about 5 seconds. EMPs can shut down a variety of nasty enemy streaks though, such as Guardians, Sentry Guns, the Cerberus, and even the Rolling Thunder. If you EMP grenade just one Rolling Thunder drone, you get the very rare All Clear medal, which indicates that you destroyed each and every single Rolling Thunder drone. Pairing the EMP grenade with Engineer and Scavenger gives you a powerful weapon to disable enemy streaks and equipment quickly and easily. Now most people would probably just tell you to equip 2 EMP grenades, play Nuketown, and support bomb the enemy with EMP grenades to achieve this challenge. And this is true, eventually you'll probably get all 10 notches towards this challenge by doing this. But by knowing what to look for, you can increase your odds drastically. First of all, let me show you what happens when you EMP someone who has already activated their ability. This is what we're trying to achieve and the entire goal of this challenge. So if you're hit by the EMP at any point in time while your ability is active, you'll lose it. Obviously, the sooner you hit them after activation, the better, as it completely shuts it down. One issue a lot of people are likely having is that the Hardwire perk completely counters the EMP grenade. Watch here as I once again activate my kinetic armor. While the EMP grenades still cause a bit of damage, I don't lose my ability at all, nor is my HUD scrambled. So if your enemy is running hardwired, you will not receive credit for this challenge. Now of the 9 specialist abilities, 6 of them work for this challenge. You cannot achieve credit for this challenge if you EMP someone using Prophet's Glitch, Firebreak's Heatwave, or Nomad's Rejack. For some reason, the EMP grenade does nothing against these 3 abilities. Now of these 6 abilities that do work, one of them is completely invisible when activated, which makes it random to know when an enemy has activated it. And that's Seraph's Combat Focus. I had my friend activate it here, but there's no indications whatsoever that he's got it up. The remaining 5 abilities, Ruin's Overdrive, Outrider's Vision Pulse, Battery's Kinetic Armor, Reaper's Psychosis, and Spectre's Active Camo, all give indications that the enemy has activated them. In my opinion, Vision Pulse and Psychosis are the best visual cues and therefore are the easiest to target. If your enemy uses the Vision Pulse, not only does a red blast radius appear on the minimap that shows you exactly where they're standing at the time of activation, but if you're in range of it, you also glow a red color. So as soon as you see this occur, glance at your minimap and spam 2 EMP grenades in the direction of your enemy. The EMP blast radius is large enough that you should easily hit them and successfully register a notch for this challenge. By the way, as you can see here, you'll still glow red from the Vision Pulse effect even after you disable it. So don't be discouraged and think it didn't count if you EMP them and you still glow. It definitely does register. Likewise, since Psychosis activates 3 clones that glow a very evident color, you can easily throw 2 EMP grenades in the direction of the clones and likely disable the enemy's ability with ease. I highly recommend creating an EMP class and be on the lookout for these abilities that are easily noticeable when activated. Have the class contain 2 EMP grenades, the Tier 2 perk Scavenger, as well as the Tier 2 perk Hardwire, just in case you accidentally EMP yourself. At the beginning of a match, if you notice the ideal EMP environment for this challenge, swap to the class and start spamming the EMP grenades. Look at this match as an example. The entire enemy team was running specialist abilities. Now granted, 3 of them were combat focused, but if you spam 2 EMP grenades every life the entire match during this particular game, I bet you notch at least 5 points towards the challenge. But now you're probably thinking, wait a second, this is just common knowledge. There's no special tactics here. Well, allow me to now show you the fast and easy way to complete this challenge. As I mentioned earlier, I leave no stones unturned when making my videos, and as such, I found a vastly superior method for this short circuit challenge. The tactic involves the hardcore mode. I know a lot of you despise hardcore, and won't play it even if your life depended on it. But just hear me out here. Hardcore mode affects challenges in strange ways, particularly distinguishing enemies from allies. Luckily for us, this challenge is no exception. If you yourself activate a specialist ability and then EMP yourself, thereby disabling your own specialist ability, it counts towards this challenge. So with that said, all you have to do is earn a specialist ability 10 times and EMP yourself each and every time to easily complete the challenge. My recommendation is to play hardcore free-for-all. As most of you should be aware if you've seen any of my challenge videos before, free-for-all and TDM are the fastest game modes to charge your specialist abilities. As you can see from this list, which credit goes to Reddit user rNoah, of the 9 specialist abilities in the free-for-all or TDM game mode, you can achieve Ruin's Overdrive and Reaper's Psychosis in a mere 1 minute and 44 seconds with the Overclock perk by doing diddly squat. For each kill you receive, you knock off 24 seconds of this time. So it's no exaggeration when I tell you that you can get the Overdrive ability almost 10 times in a single match. Once you earn it, activate it, and EMP yourself, and you're well on your way to completing this challenge in no time flat. Just remember not to equip Hardwired, as that will counter the effect of the EMP grenade completely. And that's all there is to it. By putting in just a little bit of extra research, I was able to find this extremely easy and viable method for completing the short circuit challenge. Equip the tier 1 perk Overclock and 1 EMP grenade and play hardcore free-for-all. Select a specialist ability that can be earned quickly, such as Overdrive. Then earn it multiple times in a single game and EMP yourself upon activation. Completing a difficult challenge has never been any easier. So there's another challenge in the Specialist Killjoy category that will probably give you fits. The Wet Blanket Challenge. Earn 10 iced medals, which is to kill an enemy after they stun you with the heat wave. Sadly, there's no secret tactics for this. You simply can't force people to run Firebreak's heat wave ability. Not only this, Firebreak is the last specialist you unlock, which makes people using him very unlikely. But if they do use Firebreak, they're more than likely using his Purifier, because, well, it's a damn flamethrower. Sadly, not many people have use for a one-use super concussion grenade. However, with that said, I do want to point out that in the free-for-all game mode, you can achieve the heatwave ability with Overclock in a mere 1 minute and 44 seconds. As a bit of a public service announcement, I implore each and every one of you to help your fellow challenge seekers out. Play free-for-all and run the heatwave ability. I'm telling you, you can get this ability almost 10 times in a single match. And it can be useful, especially in this type of game mode. So please, give others a chance to complete this challenge by running it yourself. It's not easy to get a kill after being struck by the heatwave either, so the more opportunities everyone has to earn a notch towards this difficult challenge, the better.